It's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here.
Very, very much. Thank God. Today is Friday, the 26th day, July the year 2024. And this is Unity Train on your radio and TV from the Voice of Reason, Unity 93.3 FM, Unity TV. Being Friday, it means that today is the last edition of Unity Train coming your way. And as usual, this very program comes your way every weekday, Mondays to Fridays, and then from 9:30 a.m. We have 3 segments to the entire program. The first is review segment, which of course we are in for it right now. Very quickly, so that we'll be able to touch lots of issues as we have them trending. I will introduce the guest or the gentleman that I have in the studio. I'll begin today with Professor Proveno H. Bamayi, Dean, Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, University of Jos, an erudite public and current affairs analyst. He's coming your way, as usual, with a big good morning.
A big good morning to you viewers and listeners around the world. If you're in other parts of the world that is not morning, good afternoon, good evening. We're happy that you're joining us on 93.3 FM radio and Unity TV. Whether it's through Facebook, YouTube, satellite TV, or FM radio, we're happy that you are part of this fantastic broadcast this beautiful morning. This is Unity Train. We are taking a fantastic ride to a fantastic destination. Please join us as we'll be discussing very, very crucial issues nationally and internationally. Invite your friends, invite your neighbors, invite your colleagues, tell them to tune in. Or go on social media, send a link to someone, let them be part of this fantastic broadcast this beautiful day. Today is already 26th July 2024. So let me quickly remind you of your goals, dreams, visions, objectives for 2024. How far so far have you gone? What about that house? Have you completed it? What about that trip you wanted to undertake? What about the book you're writing? What about that big project investment, business investment? What about the new skill you wanted to acquire? The new certificate? What about the marriage? What about those long-term visions and dreams that you said in 2024? You're going to complete them. Your dreams, your goals, your objectives must be SMART. SMART means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Remember that as you pursue your goals and dreams, you will meet resistance on the way. But your persistence will break every resistance. Remember, there will be difficulties. But in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Remember, there will be tough times, but tough times never last. It is tough people that do. Sometimes you feel like throwing in the towel. Don't you dare give up. Thomas Edison tried 999 times. He refused to give up. At the 1000th time, we have our electric bulb today. So don't give up. Genius is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. So perspire to acquire what you require in life. In case you are not acquiring or don't seem to acquire, don't retire. Don't give up, don't stop, refire. If you try and fail, just try again. If you fail, try again. If you fail, keep trying again until you succeed. As you go out pursuing your goals, your dreams, your visions for 2024 and beyond, please remember to be the change that you want to see in the world.
Thank you so much, Professor Proveno H. Bamayi. Until you succeed, never you stop trying. No matter how many more times that you fail, keep trying. All right, still in the studio this morning is Barrister Paul Zaruma. Remember, he believes in objective analysis. He's coming your way too with a very big good morning.
A very big good morning to viewers and listeners. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are receiving this signal from. I don't know your situation over there, just is calm, peaceful, with a climate of about 24 degrees Celsius, cloudy. Thank you for having me here once again.
All right, let's just begin. Thank you so much. I won't forget again to say this, that a viewer and listener, don't be part of it, and in fact, don't even practice it. I'm talking about those who would be out to stigmatize people living with disability. Life has a lot to offer. You cannot tell what comes of you the next moment. So let's be out to support ourselves, tolerate ourselves, and then ensure that peaceful coexistence is what we see. Okay, it's this one is another sad one. Maybe we start from here, and of course, just anywhere is a good place to start. 5 persons have been recovered dead from the debris of an early hours collapsed building at 13 Wilson Bar Street. That one, Tinubu to protest planners. Don't turn Nigeria to Sudan. Dollar to Naira exchange rate hit 160.3.80 on the official FX market. We have identified sponsors of August 1st protest. DSS warns against action. Tinubu moves to stop and bad government protest. Ask ministers to visit states. My father was a man of many parts, says Jide Unyanwu's son. This and many more, listener and viewer, are coming your way. By the way, we're streaming live on Facebook at Unity Radio FM/TV Jos. Gentlemen.
Could be, a good place to begin. Maybe it's a celebration, felicitation.
All right.
I think yesterday we forgot to celebrate with Ngo Talatu Jang, who turned 72. She was born 25th July. So Unity FM, radio and TV celebrate with you. Former First Lady of Plateau State, Ngo Talatu Jang. We wish you many more years of celebration, many more years of achievement. You will recall that during her time was when we had the YA Foundation that empowered women and youths in agriculture. And it's wonderful to have former First Ladies growing old in age and still very strong and energetic. So Ngotala Tujang, we wish you happy birthday, many happy returns. And then on a sad note, we have to commiserate with the Igbo community on the plateau in Nigeria and around the world. This is a loss not only to Igbos at home and in the diaspora, but all over the world. The demise of elder statesman, Chief Emmanuel Chukwuemeka Iwanyanwu, is a tremendously great loss to this country. Until his demise, he was the president of Ohaneze Ndigo worldwide. This man is an example of a Nigerian elder statesman that succeeded in everything he put his hands to. He's a captain of industry. He even had a football team named after him, Wanyanwu National, that played fantastically well. And during the aborted Third Republic, Chief Emmanuel Wanyanwu was a presidential aspirant, along with many others on different platforms. This man, his name has been ringing all over Nigeria since the 80s, prominently, until his demise yesterday. We want to commiserate with first the Igbo community and with the people of Nigeria and Nigerians in the diaspora that a great Iroko tree has fallen. At the age of 82, it's a celebration of life. This man has contributed in empowering people across the country and beyond, offering scholarships, setting up industries. He has been a nationalistic individual at the time when people thought, well, let's just focus on our ethnic groups. No, the man decided to be a nationalist. So we've lost a great man, Chief Emmanuel Iwanyangu. At the age of 82, it's a celebration of life, full of achievement. And this man is indeed a great man. And we pray that God will comfort us as a nation, and especially his immediate family, that will be feeling the pains of his demise more than the rest of us. So, well, in the news headlines again, you have the building collapse in Lagos. Just between January and July this year, we had 22 building collapse in Nigeria, and then we added 1, 2, 3, now there are 25 buildings that have collapsed in Nigeria. These are the ones reported just between January and July. 25 buildings at least have collapsed all over Nigeria. Lagos State has the highest percentage of collapsed buildings in the country. Lagos State will be carrying about 70% of these collapsed buildings this year. It is very sad that we've not yet recovered from the Saint Academy building collapse. Parents are still mourning and crying, and we are still mourning as a people on the plateau and across the country and indeed around the world, that we lost 24 precious lives officially at the Saint Academy school building collapse. While that was on, another building collapsed at Abuja. Today we are talking about Lagos that is used to collapse buildings, because a lot of buildings could be. If you go to Lagos, a lot of buildings are distressed. I don't know why they're allowing some of those buildings to still be standing. It is high time that the Lagos State government should take proactive measures and bring down those distressed buildings all over Lagos. Anytime I go to Lagos, when I enter some parts of Lagos, I wonder why people will be living in those kind of places. I mean, even when you're not a professional, you can see, just like we're talking about just here, Akpata and the rest of them, you can apparently see that this building is distressed. And the building can come down any moment. But why the authorities keep allowing those buildings is what I don't understand. You know, the Saint Academy building collapse opened the eyes of many authorities and people across the country. Just yesterday, somebody was telling me that in one of the states, students used to gather, hundreds of students, about 500 students, I was told, and they take a lecture in a particular building. And there were cracks. In fact, some of the cracks on the wall are so conspicuous, like the one you were talking about in Akpata, that you can see. You can see through the crack into the building. In fact, I was told that some of the lecturers were so afraid of the building that they will come and stand by the door and deliver lecture by the door to the students who are inside. And the students used to be inside the building. When they heard of the Saint Academy building collapse, somebody met the authorities and said, look, a building collapsed in Jozo and people died. We better do something, otherwise we might be next. Then the authorities took action. Immediately they said no more lectures in this lecture hall, and they even put security around so that nobody will come near the building. Now, because of what happened in Jos, some people are, will I call it proactive, but they have prevented a disaster, a tragedy in waiting. So Lagos will need to arise. 5 people dead. And could be, do you know that this building was not yet completed? They were still building it. Yesterday, a professional that was at the site said it is the same story, using inferior quality materials and using quacks to build. You just meet somebody on the street, he says, my name is Soboroto, I am a builder and I'm an expert, I can build even a skyscraper, you know, and because you want to cut corners, you don't want to spend, the professionals have charged you 5 million, this person says 500,000 will get it done, and you just employ their services, and they go there and start raising a building. And they don't know the technicalities. They don't know the do's and the don'ts. They don't know some of those details about buildings. They just know that maybe get some roads. They don't even know what kind of roads and how to put them. And then they just say, well, mix cement, and then before you know it, the building is rising. That building has not yet been completed, and it has already collapsed. And 5 of those people that died, those were workers working on that building, they lost their lives. And 5 of them were rushed to the hospital. We don't know how many of them are going to survive out of the 5 that were rushed to the hospital. So across Nigeria, please, governors, local government chairpersons, people of all caliber, you know, whether you are in the public sector, private sector, wherever you are, once you discover a building is distressed, bring it down. Like the 12 schools the government has identified on the plateau, what are they waiting for? Bring down those buildings. Any building that is showing sign of distress, bring it down without any apology. Just save the lives of Nigerians. We are tired. Enough is enough of people dying in building collapses in this country.
Oh, mine. And we are tired indeed, because it's not a good news when you wake up with such a news. It reminds you of many, many more years gone, and so the pain is too much to bear. Barrister, let's throw this ball to you.
On the protests, we will continue to protect life and property, says 36 governors. You know, it is really intriguing, you know, we are still having issues of kidnappers here and there. But they are now reiterating that they will continue to protect lives and property just because of the protests. It is a good development. We are encouraging government to protect the protesters and also from intruders, and also protect lives and properties just like they promise. And then not only during the protest, before the protest, and even after the protest, Nigerians' lives need to be protected. You know, we cannot keep on living in fear. You go outside, you are afraid. You are traveling, you are afraid. I think these are some of the issues that Nigerians should add up as one of the reasons for the protest. The issue of insecurity is very important, you know, and it's so laughable. At times you see our political leaders traveling outside the country. They want to woo investors. No investor can invest in where there is insecurity. With the level of insecurity in Nigeria, I doubt if there is any reasonable investor that will come and invest in this country. Then, again, also, there are other so many things that the government have to look at. But however, as it may be, let's also look at the protests. You can see that the NSA have also spoken, and then their tune is getting harsh and harsher. You know, so unlike the diplomatic tune, they have started becoming, issuing warnings and all sorts of things. Well, whether we like it or not, Nigeria, just like we pointed yesterday, is a brainchild of protests. You know, in fact, one of the occasions that activities that those pre-independence activities was not even a protest. One of them was even a riot, the Aba Women riot. You understand? So we are not really calling for a riot. Yes, we are not also calling for protest. But what we are saying that Nigerians have the right to protest. They have the right under Section 40 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has amended. They also have freedom of expression under Section 39 of the same Constitution. So Nigeria also is a signatory to African Charter for Human and People's Rights. So, and under that charter, it also gave citizens of member countries the right to express themselves, the right to protest, the right. So, and we are in democratic regime. So Nigerians have, and we are also calling for whoever want to protest should know that their rights also stop where another person's right starts. So you cannot disguise under the guise of protest. You start burning people's property, closing people's shop. If you want to protest and somebody doesn't want to protest, you have no business with him. Protest should be a voluntary thing, not something that you will superimpose your own view on somebody. So Nigerians as a country, we should make sure that we don't harass other citizens in the name of protest. We shouldn't also impeach on other people's rights in the name of protest. We shouldn't close people's shop compulsorily in the name of protest. We shouldn't close people's filling station compulsorily in the name of protest. You remember one of the activities that people criticize during the NLC, the last protest the NLC had, is that they went to some hospital and they were chasing hospital workers, which is not a good thing for us, you know. There are special contingency workers that, you know, you don't, even during protests, they are very important. In fact, for instance, like media station, like hospital, like security, these are special people that they cannot participate in such things. And even if, you know, like media can be reporting and doing some other things, and so these are special areas that we should not. It's very unfortunate that such thing happen, and we are calling them: don't destroy anybody's property. Don't hit anybody's car simply because he's not participating in the protest. If you want to protest, please, we are calling on citizens to be peaceful, to be organized, to be coordinated, and then to make their demands clear and presentable.
Okay, yesterday, someone, commercial tricycle, he said usually earlier he was in support of the protests.
Yes.
But because he said to me, he confessed, he said he overheard suspected somebody whom he perceived as drug addict. In fact, a good number of them were saying, they are just waiting for the day to come so that they will participate in this protest, proposed protest. And he was like, even these people that he suspected them to be drug addicts who, you know, are waiting for such a day to come, then he now feels, he doubts much if it's a good thing to do, you know. And that's the reason for which he's no longer in support for anything protests.
Well, protest is the rights of citizens. As Nigerians, we have the right to protest. When we feel that the government is not doing enough, we have the right to protest peacefully. The government has a key role to play when it comes to security. Section 14, subsection 2B of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, amended 1999, declares that the security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government. Now, if the government feels that some people will hijack, they should provide security. It's the primary purpose of government. I don't like this idea of the government making so much noise about there will be violence, it will be hijacked, there will be hooligans, there will be hoodlums, this one and that one. Even the president yesterday was saying that don't turn Nigeria to Sudan, you know, by your protests. Yes. He received Islamic clerics yesterday. Recall that the charismatic bishops of Nigeria, led by Archbishop Leonard Kawas, were there to see the government on Wednesday. Yesterday, Islamic scholars led by Sheikh Bala Lau were there to see the government and register their support. So you see the Muslim, the Christian clerics, all of them are supporting the government and saying, we are with you, and they're calling on protesters and saying, don't protest. But my question is, where were these clerics when Nigerians were committing suicide? Did they speak? Did they shout? Did they scream to the high heavens? They're supposed to be the moral watchdogs of the society. But they kept quiet when people were committing suicide. They kept quiet when the price of rice rose to 80, 90, 100,000 naira. Most of them kept quiet. They didn't do anything. Did they come out to meet the government and say, look, food prices are increasing, do something drastic? Only very few of them spoke. But now that the youths want to protest, they're coming out and they're wearing religious garments and they're saying, don't protest, don't protest. Citizens have the right to protest. If there are drug addicts, arrest them. That is why we have the security. I mean, our security forces should have enough intelligence at their disposal to nip in the bud those drug addicts, those hooligans, those kidnappers, those armed robbers, anybody that would turn the protest into a protest of bloodshed. They should arrest them ahead of time. They are already telling us that they have intelligence report that some people want to hijack. Arrest those people now. You already have the intelligence, What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for us to go and arrest them for you? You're the security forces. And if you know that there are plans to turn the protests into violence, why don't you get those people? Stop making noise on the media. Allow Nigerians to protest if they want to protest. And then it is your duty to secure Nigerians. The primary purpose of government is welfare, security. Okay. So please protect Nigerians against any form of violence and stop hitting up the polity. All this noise that there'll be violence, there'll be violence, there'll be violence. It's just unnecessary, raising the temperature of the country. Provide the needed security, ensure that the protests are peaceful.
Thank you very much, Professor Paveno H. Barrister Paul Zaruma. Our listener and viewer, it's time for a commercial break. Please just stay around because we'll be right back.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your...
Please pay attention. It starts from the foundation. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs some love. You turn a blind eye and care nothing less. Say it's just business, all about the money. You are so unbothered as long as they pay. Say it's just business, all about the money. You know they're on a fast lane, but you've got business to run. So you look away the other way.
It concerns you. It a kill love, it a kill dreams. It a land people for jail. War against drug abuse.
Get ready to be entertained and inspired by the incredible stories around the globe. Don't miss out on the excitement. Hello at Work is an ultimate TV program that brings to you the interesting stories and daily happenings worldwide. Join us Mondays and Thursdays 10 a.m. as we dive into the daily happenings and stories. Tune in and stay. Say hello to the world as you bring in your ideas, as it is a perfect blend of entertainment and information. Get ready to stay up to date while being entertained.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call 0700 225 5226, 0800 225 5226, or +234 817 665 6273. Let's work together to uphold the integrity of Nigeria's financial system. Announcer, FSRCC.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been
so very, very much, and thank God it's Friday. Jamaat Mubarak to my Muslim listener, and thank you. When people say thank God it's Friday, I wonder if it's because they're just about to start having the weekends. But of course, Friday is a blessed day, is a wonderful day, is a prayer day, is a day, given to everyone who is alive by good God, all right? So, it's a good day, and thank God it's Friday. Now, this is the last edition for Unity, a trend on coming your way this very week. And of course, it's the last edition for the Friday edition for this very month. There is not going to be another Friday for the month of July again, apart from this one. And so, it's lovely. This is the second segment, Transit, we call it. So, let's just begin. We'll look at few issues as we have them trending. And then we also get to put the studio line on in case you want to call and advise parents on how to look out for their children with this long holidays. All right. So what is expected of parents? What is expected of guardians? Okay, what should one do now that there's going to be long time holidays? Okay, about 5, 6, 7 weeks holidays. So parents should do something. Yes. So we'll put on the studio line in between conversations. We'll pick some calls and get to hear the advice you have for parents considering this long holiday. Barrister Paul Zaruma is still in the studio this morning, and together we continue. Barrister, I think we'll just take a look at the issue of local government elections in Plateau State. It's coming up first week of October, and it's yesterday in the city of Jos, I could see people, trumpets, drums, music going on so loud. Campaign, it's some sort of a pre-campaign activities.
Yeah, the PLASEC have already released timetable for the elections, and then political parties are responding and they are working in tandem with the timetable so far released. You can see a lot of activities going on, and then there are also a lot of change, and we appreciate the civility so far people are displaying. Actually, you will not see a lot of activities. Politicians are getting wise by the day, unlike it used to be. It is no longer jamboree like it used to be. Now people are very, very strategic. People are making consultation. They are reaching out to delegate. They are focusing on the scheming and intrigues on how to make sure that elected delegates, the delegate that are to be elected, are favorable to their interests. So these are some of the strategies that most of the politicians are now adopting. Unlike before, you would see a lot of jamboree. You make posters everywhere. You make a lot of noise everywhere. And then after making all those noise, you didn't get it at the primaries, And then it is after you win your primary election that you begin to do a lot of jamboree and other things. And then also, be that as it may, we want to also encourage actors in this local government election to make sure that the election is free, fair, and credible, particularly PLASEC. Just like I said, most of the people in PLASEC are PDP card-carrying members. So at least that also impeach their credibility to conduct a free and fair election. And I also say that in the history of election in Plateau State, as long as Plateau State is concerned, there is no singular election that PLASEC have conducted a free and fair and credible election. So we are challenging this set of PLASEC. Yes, it has been there. Court have made pronouncement on that. So it is not just an opinion. And then, in fact, we have had cases where some members of PLASEC resign because they are saying that, well, look, we are not comfortable with the conduct of PLASEC during the election. So these are factual issues in the out there. court have made a lot of pronouncement about that. And in most cases cases relating to PLASEC, when they go to court, and if it does not favor the petitioner, it's mostly as a result of a technicality, not really because of the substance. Because most of they don't conduct credible election. It is a very negative thing, and it's not only peculiar to Plateau State. It's a nationwide thing. That is why people are calling for the scrapping of PLASEC and handing over to INEC. So we are challenging this new PLASEC to give PLASEC a new image. That is why we are saying this. We are not saying that the situation is hopeless, but we are saying they should give a PLASEC a new image. It is very unfortunate that in a democratic setting, someone will go and resign from his office, and after resigning from his office, spend a humongous amount of money campaigning, and after winning election, then a different person is announced. That is very unfortunate, and that's why many Nigerians are now calling for the scrapping of state sex, and then introducing a local government electoral commission. And even INEC yesterday have made a U-turn through their chairman. Initially they said that allowing them to conduct local government election will make their tax very high. But yesterday they said they have the capacity and the capability to conduct local government election, which is very doubtful. Frankly, is very doubtful. They may say that they can, but, and then again, we cannot also be shifting from federal state to a unitary state, because allowing INEC to conduct local government election is like shifting Nigeria from a federal state to a unitary state. So that will be a very bad idea. It's also going to alter the federal structure as long as our electoral structure is concerned. And then it's also not about people are not saying some of these things because INEC is a saint or INEC have never rigged the election, but people are agitating that INEC should conduct the election because people are considering INEC to be a lesser devil. But be that as it may, I think all the state sec can work on themselves. There is also an ongoing bill in the National Assembly that they are pushing for an establishment of local government electoral commission that will be able to conduct some of this election so that state governors will not be interfering with the elections. And why they are bringing all these things, I am not in the school of thought that believe that if your head is aching, you chopped it off. I believe that if your head is aching, you should treat it, not that you just cut your head off and then. So saying that they should scrap the state sec is like throwing the baby with the bathwater. So I think there are other structural adjustments, particularly in terms of legislative framework, that should be done to those state electoral commissions instead of scrapping them. And I also am not among the school of thought that subscribe to the fact that INEC should conduct the election, because it will give INEC it will take us back to what do you call it, state. It would bring us to unitary kind of structure, just like we have federal inland revenue and we have state revenue both. Just like we have the structure of the state and federal government. You cannot say because the state structure is faulty, then we should go back to unitary government. So it's not an ideal. I don't support that call. However, we are challenging not only in Plateau State, Kaduna and many other states are warming up, and also I also subscribe to those people who are against the establishment of transition TIC chairman in local governments. Is undemocratic, is illegal, is unlawful. There are a lot of decisions of Supreme Court, a lot of decisions of High Courts, both federal and state high courts, that have condemned that. And then unfortunately the politicians, particularly governors, have been recalcitrant about that principle that has already been entrenched in our legal jurisprudence. Be that as it may, APC yesterday they had meeting. In fact, throughout the week they have been having meeting, and in one of the meetings they have released a press release. They are calling upon the State House of Assembly to swear in the remaining six members that are left out, and which also it's very, very necessary those, like we have said, for the past 1 year now, that those constituencies have not been enjoying the dividend of representation, which is a very awful, a terrible, and a sad development for us in the Plateau. These people should be sworn in. I don't know what is delaying the swearing in, but most of the excuses that have been given in the past are lame excuses. So, we are calling upon the Speaker. We are also calling upon the Governor as the father of the state to swear in those left over 6 members of the Plateau State House of Assembly. A part of the press release that was released by the APC is that they are also calling on the Governor of Plateau State to comply with the decision of the Supreme Court that say the Plateau State House of Assembly does not have power to sack elected chairmen. They are calling upon the Executive Governor of Plateau State to reinstate those executive chairmen that were sacked. And this is also a very laudable call, except, you see, there is one thing about politicians. Whenever they are in office, they keep on crying foul, but whenever they have the opportunity to be in the office, they will not do the right thing. That is why it's now becoming very difficult for Nigerians to believe all these campaign promises. Whenever you go for campaigns, the attitude of people is like, just say what you want to say and go, because it has become a trajectory in our political climb that people will just gather, people make a lot of frenzy and then promises, then those promises are not fulfilled. It is quite unfortunate. So yesterday the APC called upon the government of Plateau State to reinstate those local government in compliance with the decision of the Supreme Court. We are still waiting if they will comply, even though they are not party in that matter. Sorry, the state the 36 state governors were parties to the matter. So I think it is also a nice call and a laudable call and a democratic call. We are also calling on politicians not to. For the Labour Party, we have not gotten any press release from them, but they have also started selling form. They have released their guideline, and people have started subscribing to their form. And then once we get detail, we will update fellow Platoonians about what is happening in the Labour Party. Other political parties also have kickstarted their activities. The ANPP and other political parties have also kickstarted their activities. So in the coming weeks, so many things will be happening, and then we will be updating Platoonians about what is happening concerning the local government election. Also, yes. Yes.
Sorry, please. I just want you to, let's look at this. You brought about the issue of the 6 members whom have not been sworn in to serve and represent their constituencies, of course, at the State House of Assembly. Now, how does this affect the trust that Plateau people have on the forthcoming local government elections? Because if up till now these members have not been sworn in, and here we are expecting local government elections, and we are talking about the need to have credible, fair, local government elections. So does it in any way affect people's trust?
Yes. If the executive and the State House of Assembly cannot show to be real democrat by obeying the rule of law, then definitely how can people trust them that they will obey rule of law? That is the fear of so many people. We have had situations in the past that even someone will contest election, win the election, go to court. The court will say, oh, this is this person that won the election. For instance, we gave the instance of what happened in Wasi during the reign of John Ejang. Zakari Mohammed, the court went, the tribunal said he won the election, and then he also moved to the appeal, the respondent moved to the appeal tribunal headed by the Justice Ergata Nimpar, now JSC, JCA, sorry. After the Justice Ergata Nimpar leading that tribunal reaffirmed the position of the tribunal, and Zakari Mohammed was later on sworn in about 7 months to the end of the tenure, which was very unfortunate. Now, also, the same thing happened during Lalon's regime. That of Lantan North, when Ubandoma Lavan won at the tribunal. He also won at the Supreme, sorry, I said Supreme, at the appellate level, and then the government of the day at that time refused to swear him in. So it is a terrible thing. You know, it's very awful, and then it's also undemocratic. And then if the same thing is playing out now, these members of House of Assembly that are not sworn in, the court have already ordered, and the governor is a lawyer. So you know, and then the speaker is a young man also. But, you know, you cannot exonerate the governor as long as Nigerian political structure is concerned from what is happening in what has been entrenched in our political culture. You cannot exonerate the governor from what is happening in the House of Assembly, except if we will tell ourselves a lie. Okay. But if we want to, if you want to really look at the system, not only in Plateau State, all over Nigeria, governors has been interfering with the activities of State's House of Assembly.
Barrister,
yes.
Now, what role does members of State House play in terms of having to, you know, organize local government elections?
Yes, members of State House of Assembly, they have a lot of role to play. You know, they have both legislative role and as well as also political roles to play. One of their legislative function is that even the funds that will be released for the conduct of the election, the members of House of Assembly will have to sit on it and then approve those funds. And then also they can also amend some of the electoral laws that maybe they are not intended with the reality, and then some of them that are obsolete, they can also amend it. These are some of the few legislative law and many other legislative functions they have concerning the election. And then apart from that, politically also, they will also want to go and influence election in their various constituency by propagating either their interests, either their political party interests, or the interests of the people of the constituency. Apart from that, most of them, by the party guideline, they are also automatic delegate, even though the Electoral Act has questioned that. But even if they do not play the role of delegate, they are also a significant member of the Congress, because the delegate have been elected by the Congress. So being members of the Congress, they can influence who becomes the delegate. So
so how do you see this playing out now? Do you perceive this as politics in politics, for instance?
Yeah. Politics is dynamic. Politics is a continuum. Politics is it comes with a lot of activities, and then it's also a struggle. So you know, it's also good like a political party. Now you cannot just come and sit down and just discuss primary election or upcoming local government election without looking at other pressing agendas. And that was exactly what the APC did, which is also a step in the right direction, because if they just come on a meeting and just sit down and only discuss the election, it's as if they have abandoned the remaining 6 members of the House of Assembly. So it is a very nice step towards the right direction. You know, so those members, I think it's high time that they should be sworn in. Because the question is, how long would they keep on hanging, and then those constituencies, you know, when they celebrated 1-year anniversary in office, many of the constituency were highlighting their achievement, and you know, it's really touching. And when you see those other constituency doesn't have anything to highlight as a dividend from their member representing those constituency. No matter what, it's very important that those members be sworn in, and the House of Assembly should obey the law, and the governor should intervene, being a father. You know, so it is unfortunate, and that's why you can see. Yesterday I mentioned that most of the governors we have in Nigeria, they want to control almost everything. They want to control the traditional institution. They want to control the House of Assemblies. They want to control the local government. They want to control virtually everything, and that is why we are celebrating this decision of independence of the local government, because as a third tier of government, because most local government have been suffocated by the governors for all these years. And then I said it over and over again, and I'm saying it for the opt-in time that Tinubu is one of the greatest achievements of President Tinubu is this autonomy that he has gotten for this local government, particularly financial autonomy, that the funds that are due for local government will be sent directly to those local government. Local government are the total of government, and then they are also the closest to the people. So once they begin to receive their funding directly, then they will make a lot of significant impact. And some of the most abused workers in Nigeria are the local government staff. Local government is so pathetic. In fact, some of them, they are not even receiving up to the minimum wage that Tinubu just approved. So you can see, you give somebody a big name, a big responsibility, a big function, and then he has nothing to go home. Some of them are still under what they call half salary, which is very unfortunate. And their funds are being used for other things in various states. So this is a very good development, and this will also make these elections very, very important and very significant. And we are also calling for various political actors to make sure that during their campaigns there is no violence. We should shift from this era of people moving with knives, clogs, DAGA. There is this knife they call go to hell. HAUSA call it barandami. The first day I saw the name in dictionary, I was wow. So there is something like that. So those days you see people moving around with such things in the name of campaign. That is not campaign. I think the security forces should also make sure that candidates, when they are going for campaigns, they shouldn't be going with weapons, with all daggers and all those things. People should conduct themselves peacefully. What are you using those things for in campaign? All you need is maybe perhaps a T-shirt, posters, and face cap. Play your music and dance. That's all. Convince people, not intimidate people, harass people, and make it. That era of that thing is gone. So we are calling on various actors and political parties to make sure that their conduct during this campaigning period is peaceful, is well organized, well coordinated, matured, civil, and for the benefit of the state. And we are also calling for electorates to make sure that during the elections and other parts of, particularly during the primaries, since we have not gotten to the part, it is after the primaries we will be talking much about the election. During the primaries, people should conduct themselves peacefully and vote for the right people that will bring the necessary and needed impact. And then I will still want to reiterate that PLASEC should make sure that this election is credible, is free and fair. They should change the narrative about PLASEC. This is a challenge to them. I am not in the school of thought that they cannot do justice, even though I have pointed out some reasons that makes their hands not to be totally clean. But that is not also to say that we don't have hope in them completely. We believe that those of them who have conscience will do the right thing. Okay,
Barrister, with this election coming, I've not seen posters, and I know then you would always have posters, even when primaries are yet. But these days, and I was like, okay, maybe there's this orientation, just like a change. I thought that there is a change in the way we do our campaigns.
You see, there is one thing about local government election. Local government election is quite unfortunate because of what the SEC, the various state SEC. Now, I'm not focusing that on PLASEC alone now. It is a generic thing. So both the state SEC, they don't have timetable. So if the governor just wake up and you say tomorrow is election,
what do you do?
Then that's why you see no much campaign activity, because the announcement took a lot of people unaware. So, and then apart from that, also the politicians have also learned. Unlike before, that you would just put posters everywhere and begin jamboree, and your house will become like a mecca of a sort, and you spend a lot of money every day entertaining people, and and after you spend those monies, you will go to the primaries, and then you will meet the delegate. Perhaps the delegate did not even know you. So what the politicians have changed now, this is time for primaries, this is not time for general campaign. So the politicians now have, they have advanced. They are focusing on those delegates now. So that's why you could see that you will not really see a lot of jamboree, but they are being strategic. So that is what is playing out now, unlike before. But like for the INEC election, like from now, people have already known that 2027 is going to be an election. So in such election, some people are already preparing for 2027. So even some month before the election, you begin to see posters everywhere because people it has a calendar and people are prepared for it. So, but in plastic election, it is like a kind of an ambush for most of the politicians. So if you are ambushed in such a manner, you have to begin to strategize and know how to do. And we are also calling on now if the local government autonomy is really granted, then those local government elections will begin to have a semblance of timetable, because as soon as the tenure of a particular regime is ending, they will also ring the bell for another election.
Okay, Barrister, thank you. Our viewer and listener, commercial break is coming your way, and just after it, we'll be back, and it's going to be that very time where you take the lead. Please stay tuned.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion?
Pay attention, it starts from the foundation. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs some love. You turn a blind eye and care nothing less. Say it's just business, all about the money. You are so unbothered as long as they pay. Say it's just business, all about the money. You know they're on a fast lane, but you've got business to run. So you look away the other way.
It concerns you. It kill love, it kill dreams. It land people for jail. War against drug abuse.
Get ready to be entertained and inspired by the incredible stories around the globe. Don't miss out on the excitement. Hello at Work is an ultimate TV program that brings to you the interesting stories and daily happenings worldwide. Join us Mondays and Thursdays 10 a.m. as we dive into the daily happenings and stories. Tune in and stay. Say hello to the world as you bring in your ideas, as it is a perfect blend of entertainment and information. Get ready to stay up to date while being entertained.
Unity. Unity TV.
I was the head boy in my primary school, senior prefect and best graduating student in my secondary school, but drug abuse almost ruined my life.
I was on an average of 2 grams of cocaine per day.
I was taking 8 ampoules of pentazosine daily.
European shisha, cocaine.
I became a user, a dealer, and a gangster.
I saw other users drowning. I knew I didn't want to be like them, but I was already trapped.
My family disowned me.
My employment was terminated.
I sold my car, sold my house. I'll go out well-dressed and return shoeless, shirtless in exchange for drugs.
I was seeing things that were not real, and I once stabbed myself because I felt something crawling under my skin.
I contacted NDLEA and started therapy.
I spent 3 months in therapy.
I spent 8 months.
It's easy to relapse, but your mind has to be stronger than the cravings.
Drugs does not love you. You are not the one using drugs. Drugs are the one using you. Say no to drug abuse.
Are you bored and need some company? Get a TV experience like no other on Unity TV. We are turning up the hits with captivating TV shows, electrifying political programs, music, movies, and lots more that will leave you craving. I'm sure you want to know more. Tune into Unity TV today and let the excitement take over.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again.
Thank you so much for staying tuned with us on Unity 93.3 FM. This is Unity Train on your radio. Iji Adamu is my name. Kobe, if you like, and I'll be just fine. This is the last segment, actually, for the program this morning. I pray that you will be able to join us and then get to call. So we hear your own opinion regards every issue as it is that we have raised, and even that which we've not been able to bring it up. So please join us on our Facebook page at Unity Radio FM/TV Jos. Again, Facebook at Unity Radio FM/TV Jos. Comment right on there. I'll read them when the time comes. And for text messages, for text, all right, is 0808 478 9999. SMS alone 0808 478 9999. And for live studio line is 070 3235 3315. Live studio line is 070 3235 3315. And you call, just tell me your name and location in 1 minute. Please, let's have your submission. And stay away from any comments that is capable of on the mind in an individual or group of individuals. And do, key to the vision of Unity 3.3 FM, where we get to promote peaceful coexistence. And so that's what I encourage. So let's just begin. The studio line is booting, and if you call also, I wouldn't mind if you get to say something about this holidays that our children will be having, and some have begun already. And today, I know a lot of speech and prize is going on in the city of Jos, especially of St. Mary's Anglican Nursery and Primary School, Satellite Market, Cabon, just about there. And I'm sure around 10 theirs will kickstart for today. And not only for St. Mary's Anglican Primary School, but of course for lots other schools. But last week I saw a lot of schools already having theirs. So, but if you have any advice, what is expected of parents, you're welcome as well. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Kulbi.
Thank you for calling.
Good morning, Jaruma. Good morning, family.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ambassador. Let's have you.
Well, thank you very much for getting the house. I really appreciate your submission today. May Almighty Allah guide you and protect you always from us.
Amen.
I want to say, as Jaruma is saying, Lalon did it, Donajan did it, and at the same time, Excellency Tafe is doing it. The people that are putting the law, and they are law breakers. The people that read the law, they are law breakers. So why I myself will have hope for the government? So like me, as Abdullahi wrote the book, the person with ability, I will believe with my constituency.
Yes.
My constituency will not represent for like 1 year and plus. Where do I go? Where do I go and tell people that I have representatives in Plateau?
Yes.
The speaker was there. The governor was there. The stakeholder was there. What the Christian and Muslim leaders are there. And it's happening. And people will tell me that I will live with the government. No, I will not do that. And even life will not do. Abdullah wrote the voice.
Yes.
I don't are no breakers. Most of them, they are no breakers.
Okay.
They implement the law, and at the same time, they do not even their right.
Thank you.
Lastly, the issue about the holiday. Please engage your children one or two things. Living them alone with the no help matters. Because today in this nowadays, we have to protect them, give them the necessary advice, medicine, and the rest.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Abdullahi Rokiboy. Not only is he a peace ambassador, but peace practitioner. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning to you.
Thank you for calling.
Barrister, good morning.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, I had a nice time every time, the family.
We bless God for that.
Yeah, this is Obite from Obite Digital Photo.
It's good to have you, Obite.
I just want to commend you people for all you people, all the efforts people are making, especially concerning this protest.
All right.
The way you people speak to it is okay. I'm one of those that will support the protest. Okay. I just want to give the military a piece of advice, most especially the junior ones. They should remember that before they give them order to carry out any shooting or any arrest, we are also fighting for them. They should be careful, and the way all these big men who get the whole world, put them inside their pocket, thinking that when they send us to go and shoot, they will go and shoot. We are fighting for them. They should just tamper justice with me and be cautious of what they are trying to do with us by killing us, by molesting us, because we are protesting for the betterment of ourselves, even them. They don't forget about these big men. They will put us into trouble one day.
Yes.
Please, that's my piece of advice, even to the police and the military, most especially the indigenous. We are fighting for them also. The way they are suffering, the way we are suffering, they should be proper justice with mercy.
Thank you.
Again, please, embarrassed, I want to ask you, don't be offended. I don't say that this thing is not, my question is not concerning this program.
Please, in a minute, please. Your time is up.
What the right VIO should go and pick up a packed keke or motor that packed, the owner is not there, they come and pick it up, jack it into their office. What right has they to do that one?
All right.
That's my last. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, Obitex. Thank you, Obitex. Okay, Obitex is not saying that security agencies are there, to harm anyone should the protest be there. But he is saying that should it be that the protest is there, everyone should do the needful. He's just advising. He's not, suggesting or even saying that any security agency is, there to do harm to protesters. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kuzi.
Thank you for calling.
Good morning, Barry. I'm Professor in the house.
All right, you have.
My name is calling from Terminus.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kingsley Barnabas.
God bless you.
You're welcome.
And Nigeria for life. What I want to say this one is it that it's too hard for Mr. President to come and address Nigeria? We didn't talk about the hardship in Nigeria and my people are facing. Now, I don't understand the kind of country we are. That Mr. President cannot come out and address people, except those cabas we go and meet him. We will talk through them. I should tell Nigeria that we should get patient things is meant to be well. Is it when I fall inside the well full of water died, or when Nigeria has perished before you know that things is not well? I don't understand what is happening in this country. That Mr. President cannot even come out and address people. This is how things is going to be. But the same Mr. President, under 2 seconds, he talk about it. If oil, that is when we are just increase that subsidy. If everything just goes up immediately. The same senior president, they sign immediately how they pass through into national anthem. The same people, they cannot even look into about people. So how people are dying. How many people are hanging themselves here in church? I know about 7 of them that hang themselves.
Thank you.
So, this is marvelous me. When I see the other presidents will come out and address people, but our own president cannot come out and address Nigeria, talk to Nigeria. We see the language that we can understand. It's only through capacity.
All right, thank you.
In this country, honestly. God bless you. Bless our country, Nigeria. Bless our system. Thank you.
Thank Thank you, Mr. Kingsley Barnabas. Ismail Isa, good morning, Mr. Kobi, the professor and the barrister. May God bless you all as you fill the gaps between the government and the masses by educating us with wisdom, because some people in the villages or city don't know what benefits of democracy is all about. So please, our respected governors, senators, remember, do something good and good legacy projects that have direct benefits to your people. Like Unity Radio FM TV has direct benefits to everybody. May God Almighty bless the chairman and the entire Unity crew. Thank you at Ismail Isa. Just thank you, Ismail Isa. We encourage good morning, Kubi, and the barrister Zeruma and the Prof. May the Almighty God continue to bless you and guide. I salute you for the wonderful work. Keep it up to educate us about the nation. Seriously, Nigeria, we are in bad situation. Seriously, our leaders, they see take actions immediately, because anything that peace, revolutions cannot give, violence, revolutions, okay, cannot give you chance in the society. Jamaat Mubarak to Muslim Ummah. Thanks, and it's from Fidelia, all right? If I didn't get that well, I apologize. So good morning, Unity Trend and Unity FM TV. I'm just listening and watching you. Thank you, Kubi and Barrister SP Zaruma. Thank you. And it's from Muri Aziz Izang. Thank you, Muri Aziz. I prefer to go by the name Mission. All right, Boniface as Hysent is saying, good morning, Kubi. And the barrister Zaruma and the amiable father Professor Paveno Bamayi say, Allah, I'm ready for this town cry by Nigerians, because of the cost of living in this country is not a child's play. Baba Tinubu, I voted you with cleaned mind, not by collecting insult from people saying Boni is your grandfather, that making Nigeria masses to suffer. We, the APC, we're saying the sorry to Nigerians believed in our party. We are progressive party. Mr. Governor, please swear in our remaining 7 members to allow peace to reign. Okay, I'm watching live from University Health Service, okay? All right, Favor Esther Bolu say good morning, Kobi and the barrister, professor. Okay, in the studio. May Allah reward you for wonderful work you are doing out there, and happy Sunday in advance. We pray for a better Nigeria of our dreams. And Cyrus Akatind Madaki say good morning, my good people of Plateau State. Okay, good morning, Unity Trend. I'm watching you people live from Edo State. I'm from Plateau State, so proud to be part of this program. May Almighty God bless you. More wisdom, amen. Thank you, Cyrus Katind Madaki, all the way from outside Plateau State. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Okubi.
Thank you for calling, sir.
And I'm able teachers in the studio. Mr. Ike calling me from Olkuji.
It's good to have you. You have a minute, please. Go on.
Okay, first I have a question for the barrister.
Please go on.
Pertaining this our election we are about to hold in the state.
All right.
You see, as far as there are pending judgment about this issue of chairmen that we are uprooted by the governor. After this election, won't that judgment still be a problem? Because these people, do they still have right to still go to the court and still demand that they should be returned? And secondly, anybody who wants to protest, it's your right to go and protest. But my advice to you is that you should protest within the ambit of the law. And anybody that doesn't want to protest, it should not be a problem on me. Me, I'm not protesting. Will never participate. I will never participate. And I'm a Nigerian, and I have the right to stand on that. And on Kubi, pertaining the what I will be telling you parents is that this long vacation, don't think it's only long vacation. When they resume, some of your kids will be going to the next class. Some will be going to a tertiary institution. Based on the economical situation, the problem is we're waiting for us ahead. We Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ike Kalu. He remember also to, that means he has been listening, and after sending his, making his comments known, and he landed with the need for us to talk to parents concerning this long vacation. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you for calling. Your name?
Yeah, my name is Sadiq Umar. I'm calling from CCIG Junction.
You have a minute, Sadiq Umar. Go on, please.
Yeah, you see, it is very, very unfortunate what happening in Nigeria. These politicians have already diversified our minds in terms of religion, in terms of ethnicity, and other things. If not, when we look at what is happening in Nigeria, everybody in Nigeria is experiencing what is happening. You cannot say that a rice that you are buying for 300 to 500 within a year, if you not even reach a year, you are buying at 2,500 naira. Then you say that you are going to keep quiet. You are not supporting protest because you want it.
All right. Oh, it's a drop call. Sorry, Sadiq Umar. Okay. Text message. This one said, good morning, Unity FM, Kobe, Prof. B, Barrister Zaruma. Thank you for trying education. Okay. Free educations. The politicians has failed Nigerians. The protest should hold. No going back was rejoice leaders. All these years of suffering, and Daniel Adam Beladi from Settler Market, Cabon. 1 man, 1 farm, 1 woman, 2 farms. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you. Your name, please.
This is Ali calling from.
Okay, Ali, you may need to stay away from whatever device you're monitoring the sound, please.
Hello.
Go on, in a minute.
Hello, can you hear?
Okay, in case you're still there, I was hearing you. It was clear. So the next time you call, please, you just go on and make good use of your 1 minute. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, please stay away from the device you're using to monitor.
The reason why I called is that these people, our leaders that we vote for, why are they denying the people from local their right or that they were elected to be in our House of Assembly? Because God says, what you don't want, don't do it to somebody.
Okay.
And the only thing that can bring peace, anybody that they vote for, even if you are not from APC or PDP, they should let him go there so that peace will reign. If they vote you and you don't work, next time people will vote you out. So why are we dragging? Are we in military regime or we are in democracy? Because I believe it's military that doesn't listen to people. Oh, may God help Nigeria.
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much for calling. All right, good morning, Kobe, Prof. B, and the barrister. I welcome the proposed nationwide protest. In that case, the government will know enough is enough. When you are pushed to the wall, what do you expect? Should we continue with the leadership, hunger and starvation? Let's wait and see what the government will do after the protest. I pray for peace. Amy Longs from Agingi. Thank you, Amy Longs. Another text, Bulus Woman Esther in Fangeda. Good morning, Kubi, and the professor, the barrister in the studio. May Almighty God continue to reward you both for wonderful work you are doing out there. Happy Jumat Mubarak and our Muslim faithfuls out there, and happy Sunday in advance. So we pray for better Nigeria of our dream. Another text message. Good morning, Kobe and the guest. We want to call the attentions of the Plateau State Commission of Police to call the attentions of your boys that they are using white bows. They are disturbing the peace of the youth in Jos Bukuru metropolis. Tell them to stop this act. Is okay for us. We are law-abiding youths of Plateau State, and Mr. Governor Dan Allah swear in our remaining 7 members to allow the Plateau State to reign. Boniface Lalong Nentawe Jikan Tinubu from Angwan Gada. Thank you. A beautiful name there, right? Okay, good morning, Kobe, Prof B, and Barrister Officer Bako. Compass local government elections in Nigeria cannot be free, fair, and equity in Nigeria. State governor can only appoint the local government chairman. The votes of the masses can just be wasted for nothing. God bless Unity FM. Is Officer Bako Compass from Kabon. Thank you. All right, text message. Good morning, Kobe, our amiable, consistent, and passionate analyst, Professor Bamayi, and the objective analyst, Barrister Zaruma. God bless, strengthen, sustain you as you keep informing and educating us with wonderful and objective analyses. During these holidays, we should try and enroll our children for one skill or the other. Let's ask them which skills they have passion for and enroll them. I think the era of summer lessons is over. After all, they always have lessons during school time. Dear speaker, please swear in the remaining 6 members of our assembly so that some of us can't be represented. Peace is priceless. Let's live in peace. God bless Unity FM and Nigeria. Christy Izang from Rukubarot. Good morning, Kubi, Prof B, Bamayi, Barrister Zaruma. May God bless you all for the free lecture. We are proud of you all. From Aliyu Maza. Thank you, Aliyu Maza. And CBPBBZ, may God keep you safe from all evil. Please, Prof, permit me to call you Prof Smart, Barrister as son by the grace of God. Could be as people's Prof just for a week. Truly, God is full of kindness and most merciful towards mankind. May He give us a key to every closed doors, a light for every darkness. Amen. Hassan Garba. Thank you, Hassan G. Another one. Good morning. My question goes to Barrister Zaruma. Can the 6 unsworn members of the Plateau House of Assembly go to court for the stoppage of the local government election because of the obvious reasons from Aboki in Lama? Thank you. Another one here, it says, morning. Okay, morning, Mr. Kobe, Prof B, and Barrister Zaruma. The NLC have disappointed Nigerians. That is one of the major cause of the planned protest. They cannot stand their grounds to ensure there is total reversal of electricity hike and other challenges Nigeria are passing through. Please, let the protest be peaceful, and the government should do the needful before it's too late. Also, the FCT minister should leave Governor Fubara alone and allow river peoples to breathe. I pray for a peaceful local government elections. Hope the Unity FM is doing fine. Okay, Unity FM farm is doing good. Bless Nigeria. Adelmi from Shirin Road. Of course, Unity FM farm is there. All right, a few more minutes for us to go. I would love at this point to say this is the much we'll be able to take context messages and of course from our Facebook page. But it's good also that you know that this program comes your way every weekday. We are just rounding up now. I might just be lucky to pick your call because the luck is actually mine. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you. I can hear you. Please go on.
Yes, I am Bashir Damkoli from Jos.
Thank you, Bashir. You have a minute.
I want to express my opinion today, this morning.
Please go on. Just go on.
What I want, my opinion is that let the Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should come out and address Nigeria about the national protest that we is on, so that the tension will come down.
Okay.
Because all people, they are waiting for the president to address the country, not sending someone to come and tell us that this is going on, let us exercise patience. We want to see the action, because that is all.
All right, thank you very much.
That is my opinion this morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I'm greeting Professor. We are benefiting from his knowledge.
Thank you very much. Truly appreciate. All right. Well, people are asking for the Dynamics Global, the meeting still holds tomorrow. And then for peace, skills acquisitions, you just call my line in case you want to know about the programs by Dynamics Global. If you want to know also about the peace skill acquisition program, you call me on the text message line after the show. I get to give you the full details concerning the programs tomorrow. All right, this is the much we'll be able to take on today's edition, and it happens to be the last edition for this week as well. And thank you, a listener and viewer. Okay, a big thank you also to the crew who made it possible. Mr. Abdullahi, Nazipi Abdullahi, and also Mr. Rabiu Abdullahi. And then our GSM engineer Saliu Muhammad Narogo, and of course DJ Pomo. Everyone else, I truly appreciate you. From me, Kulbi, do have a lovely day. Don't forget, community broadcast is coming your way after this very show. Stay tuned and enjoy it. Bye-bye.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion?